Buddy the dog. What are you doing, pal? You're so excited in the sunshine and happy to be alive. Yeah. Well, we're going to get started on another project I want to do right after this. All right, welcome back. If you hadn't seen my videos before, Ross the Oliver Man. We're not working on this today, but if all goes well, we'll probably have to move it out of the way. Let's go get something that we need over here in our area. Oh, whilst we're talking, I've had, I don't know how many comments in other videos. What's that crawler sitting there? That's not a crawler, that's a number 4 corn picker that I saved from the scrap, and it ain't much, but it could be made to work again someday. But that's not a crawler. But we need this. You may recall this as the battery that we took out of that. And it's a new battery, but it's just not the big enough battery, so we're gonna take this and put it to some use. And where we're gonna do that is this right here. You may recall this as one of the 2 junkyard tractors, the Super 77 gas. And I realized that it was one of the ones that I robbed the battery out of. I'm double checking to make sure I didn't leave something else lay down in there. We're gonna set the battery in there, see about getting this running again, and maybe possibly take it for a drive, because now I've got a seat that's mounted on it. Let's go. This is a reverse post battery, unfortunately. So all that means is on the normal 52, or I'm trying to say the normal, what would it be in an Napa battery, 7526 that I usually get, the positive would be over there, the negative would be over here. I could have the battery flipped around, and I like that better because then your cables aren't against the tank. If you don't pay attention and the battery vibrates forward, you know, this way they could potentially touch the tank, and I don't like that. I'd rather they be back farther, but that's fine. I like to live dangerously. So now, before winter time, I drained out the, look at how nice that oil looks. It hasn't leaked a drop of water in there, but during winter time there was none in there. I drained it out. So I'm going to put in some what I started to do this winter and then never got done, which was put in whatchamies. You know what I'm trying to say, that green stuff, antifreeze, not Mountain Dew, antifreeze. Mountain Dew and antifreeze are basically the same formula, but hey, let's get this drained out. I mean, the block's already cracked, so I figured I'd save it a little bit this time, you know, save it some of that embarrassment or trouble. Yeah, okay, let's see if it'll still hold water. And I probably don't have enough here. I'm gonna have to go get more from at least water, I'm saying. I think we're pretty well out of the freezing time too, but you never know. I hear too many spring peepers and stuff though going around, so I'd say spring is near. I'm also super duper looking forward to whenever it's spring break, so I don't have to drive that yellow wagon for a while. Another ace in there. Now you watch. Now that I do this, it'll put it all in the oil pan. It didn't do that at all before. Ooh, there's some nasties at the bottom of that jug. We'll pass on that. All right, we're still going. Don't worry. Be cool if I had a jug sitting here that had water in it, but I bet I don't. Okay, I knew. I'm not disappointed. I knew that I didn't have enough. So I'll go get another gallon of water and another gallon of antifreeze. I'll probably need a little bit out of it, but that's what I'll do. Okay, back again. More stuff. Hopefully, this will do the trick. There we go. I can see her now. We're gonna just put this back on there and not, we're gonna look the other way. We're not gonna worry about it. We still gotta do some fitment. Sheet metal fitment. All right, tractor. What say you? Do we still have gas? Well, it moved when I did that. We never did put this exactly nice, but that's okay. Let me get this stuck back on there. I disconnected it when I went to go get more water. There's not much electrical system hooked up, so there's not much that can go wrong. Joke. Look at that sweetheart. Sat in a junkyard for years, fires right up. That radiator might leak now that I think about it. I think I salvaged that out of something, didn't I? Look at that though, friends. It fires right up. Of course I say that and then I kill it, but let's try again. Come on. The manifold is getting hard to ignore though. I'm gonna have to get a better one because it's Miracle is the only thing that's making it run on that. It's pretty bad. It's got holes in it all over, and then the intake part's now cracking. So I don't know. Try to get around to where we can actually. This is such a mess. This should have all got cleaned up before fall, and it just didn't. But that's kind of why I want to move it out of here, so I could make this better again. Or those might be the gauges that came off of this. Can't remember exactly. There's our steering wheel cap. I don't know why I didn't put that in, to be honest with you. Whatever. Did I put hydraulic fluid in? Look, it's got excellent oil pressure. It just smokes like a freight train, but hey. I'm trying to remember all the stuff I haven't done. Yeah, I keep forgetting to order all this too. I need to get a new rod. PTO does shut off though. Somewhere, oh, I know where the toolbox is. I got a toolbox. I got this rickety seat that I salvaged off of another one. Used to have the backrest on it. It's a shame it's destroyed. She's smoking now. Let's shut her down for a minute. We know it's gonna run. let's see about putting in this bar from the viewer. We got it all meadow greenified, and then we never followed through. I think I got to go through from underneath, if I remember, because you can't get that from the top. Take a nosedive. I'm wedged in here pretty aggressively. I'm trying to remember what kind of stuff. I don't know what I got and what I need and what I don't have anymore. It'd be cool to just put all the stuff we don't need in that box. That's a partial can of probably clover white. No, meadow green. I don't know. Okay. I remember putting that seat on and struggle busing on that, but I got that. I dug this out. I got roll pins put in so it doesn't slide off and kill me. It is totally shot, and this seat is not worth much. I mean, there's not hardly a usable piece on it, but it does the job right now. It's going to give us some place to sit and ride it. I have never drove this with a seat, so that would be kind of neat to see that happen, wouldn't it? I'm just looking over what other kinds of things I might need to have to make this happen. There's the old platform that we used for a little bit, because that of course was gone. And then I had that one from another tractor, and we used it until I found this better one. I think what we need to do... Buddy the dog is barking. I wonder why he's barking. I wonder if somebody pulled in the driveway. What I think we want to do, I got that toolbox. We need to mount it on there. It's not painted though, but I don't know. Let me go grab it so I can assess what we think. I don't know why that dog is barking. It's got to be because of mail. All right, well, if we get this cleaned off, let's prep it for in case I get called away and don't come back to this for 7 hours or more. 17:43. We got to extricate a hole to get it out of here. We got to air this tire up, which has gone flat, and it's just been sitting on that house jack. So that's something. That brake, wasn't that brake stuck? I don't really remember. I don't remember what the story was there. I know we took that cover off and it's lying on the drawbar. So, yeah. Let's wind this up for a minute, because it'll be in the way. Very rickety hydroelectric cord. Sure. Let me get some stuff moved, and then I'll bring you back and we can try to move it out of here and see how that goes for us. All right, friends, I'm having one of them days where I'm not going to get anything done. It's a half day of school, so I got to drop what I'm doing here in a second and go. And then after that, I got another idea for a video I got to go film, and I got to drive 40 minutes to go film that. So I need to do that when I get back, and so this one's probably going to be on hold, but that's okay. We're going to try to put this toolbox on here just so that it doesn't walk away, because it's already done that once. And we'll have to take it off again and paint it, but we're going to put this on here so it doesn't disappear again. It's too tempting to carry it off when it's got stuff in it, like I was using it as a toolbox actually, carrying it away, and that's not gonna work. Come on, Mama. Struggle bus. Here we go. There we go. I should probably get rid of this before it spears me. Or I could just bend it all the way around and look the other way. That sounds like a good plan. See, when you're working on junkyard tractors, the bar is low. You don't have to be nearly as particular as you would be with one that was nice already, you know? You just do whatever you gotta do to make it happen. This year we need to hunt up some better tire rim situation for this, because right now it's horrendous. People like these duals on there, but they're not gonna work. That's not right for this. There goes the phone. Should have known. Couldn't have a nice quiet day. I can't get to it. I'm not answering that. People, I got better stuff to do than answer the same questions I just answered a day ago. Leave a message at the beep, and I'll decide if I want to talk to you or not. See if we can. Ouch. I like to have a little bit of a gap between there. Alright, that'll hold that. We're just going to put all of this miscellaneous hardware in here until we realize we needed it or didn't, you know. Let's get rid of this box of stuff. I literally do not remember anything. I don't know what we did. There's another thermostat gasket. There's the, we could put that back on. Huh. I wonder what did I do that I didn't use that? Because I thought when we did that 1655 I had to have this, so now I gotta go back. Maybe I gotta go back and watch that video and see how I screwed it up. I don't know. Okay. What's next? Oh, I know what we were gonna do. We were gonna put that gear shift plate back on so we don't lose it or the screws. Just a flathead screwdriver, that's what I thought. So, let me probably, with these tires on here, it's very hard to work on because it's so narrow. I can't hardly do anything. So let me get around here and I'll get a screwdriver and go to the other side, and I think I can get it from that way. And then I think we're ready to just air her up and take her for a rip. We got to move our 700 wide out of the way here, but we'll get that. And then we need to work on putting away all of the surplus parts that are just laying all over this place, because it's really starting to break my brain. But that's where we are. Okay, tractor. Can we wedge our fatness in here? Yes. Can you see that? Maybe? That's where it's going. You may not be able to see it all, but I thought I had a light switch dug out for this, but I guess not. And then also a choke cable situation. I thought I had one of those. I remember having one of those the other day because I was surprised. But then I don't know what I did with it. I said, oh hey, here's another choke cable. Wonder what we have that needs one. The answer was this. But I didn't get it done. Imagine that, friends. Imagine that. I don't even know where to start looking for that. I just remember, whatever. We'll just order a new one. It's fine. I think we're ready. We are ready, friends. We need to get our phone though. It's laying on that tire. That would have not been a cool thing, you know? And what I'm looking at here is it's probably gonna be time to go to really enjoy playing with it. Because what's gonna happen is I'll air it up and then realize I gotta go, and by the time I get back it'll be flat. But when I get back, I'm hopping in the pickup to go do the next one. So yeah, let's put some air in it and just see what happens. All right, I think this goes down pretty fast. I think it's been getting worse. I don't even know where it is. It's got to be on the inside. Here it is. I think we've already tried all our tricks, like replacing the core or the whole valve assembly there. I'm afraid we're down to where it's going to need actual attention. Yeah, I hear it squirting out everywhere. It may not even take any air anymore. Maybe it finally gave up the ghost. We'll let the air compressor build up a little and try it again, but it seems to me like it's coming out as fast as it goes in, which that ain't no fun. Will you do it now? Or is it going down as fast as it goes up? I don't know, friends. I can't tell. Well, that's doing the thing. Let's see if we can get this to move out of our way. It's been sitting here right in the way every time. Right in the way. And this sucks because I got to take this all loose to get. This is another one that it needs a battery cutoff put on it, because this gets old. How do we want to saddle up this horse? Look at all this crap. How do I accumulate so much crap? I need to get in here somehow. And I ain't got a lot of choices on floor. Look up at that ceiling while I break my neck getting in there. Oh. Whoops, I shut you off. We need to get a better seat. Look at that feller though. Fire's right up. That is slow, slow. Nope, didn't get it. Oh. Oh, that's too fast, actually. Whoa. This is all right, too. Should take it for a drive. We're just gonna park it over here in Neverland for now. Beautiful. That sucker runs good. Now we got to get out of it without breaking our neck. Oh, friends, if you're young, like younger than me, I'm telling you right now, Don't jump out of stuff. You're gonna pay for it when you're older. I never used to believe the old people either when they said that, but it's true. It hurts. Well, as predicted, I gotta go now. And we didn't accomplish anything on this as far as airing it up. Other than that, we might have found out it won't air up anymore. Ain't that a pain in the Knudsen? I mean, it ain't gonna air up a lick. It's leaking as fast as it goes. I thought last year at least it would go a little bit. No, it ain't gonna do it. Okay, well, unfortunately, the next part of this video is gonna be jacking that up higher, getting this tire broke loose, trying to fix why this goes flat, because it ain't doing us any good like this. We're probably gonna end up welding on it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we can get by with just a new tube. But I need to get my pal on that 18434 because he'll have to order it, so it won't get back together till next week. But I guess I can hear after a while. We'll see what it's like, but we can dismount it, paint it, have it all ready to go back together, and then, you know, we can do the thing in another video. But it does run, friends, and that's worth something, you know. Let me just give it another one just for before we go here, see if will it run without choke. Almost. I do have to choke it just a little to get it to start. Let me just run my hand down there. There you go. A little smoky, but hey, it was in a junkyard. I think she runs pretty darn good for being in a junkyard. It definitely has some stuff it needs ironed out, but when you get old, so do you. Well, we will be back and tackle that because we can't do anything if we can't drive it. You know, we got to get it out of this hole. There's other things that belong in here, like the 1855, which is breaking my heart that it's set outside. So this has to go. So we will tackle that here in a little bit. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.